And at the end of this Ask Homesteady, I want to give a little bit of a warning to all of you budding YouTuber, podcaster, whatever's out there. Why did I decide to start a YouTube channel? That is what we're going to talk about in today's episode of Ask Homesteady, and I'm diving right in. Hello everybody, this is Ask Homesteady, the weekly show that we do where we answer the questions that you leave here on our channel. I thought this was a perfectly fitting last Ask Homesteady of the camel train. Susan wants to know, what made you guys want to start up a YouTube channel? Also, love your videos, keep up the good work. Susan, thank you so much for watching. I have to say, yesterday or the day before I put out the video, the last coffee talk, and I asked everybody, what do you think? Do you like the coffee talk? Do you want it to come back again? I asked you if you wanted the coffee talk video to stick around, and I got so many amazing comments about how much you like the coffee talk, why you like the coffee talk, and made me say, you know what? Coffee talk's gonna come back. I don't know how, it's not gonna be every week. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do yet after the camel train's over. I gotta let the dust settle a little bit. But every positive comment, I read all the comments on our channel, and 90 out of 100 are positive, and they are so wonderful. It's really awesome to have a supportive audience who enjoys the creative work that you do. To answer the question of why I started a YouTube channel, we actually have to go way back to about 4th grade, okay? Ready for some Aust nerdiness. So 4th grade, my parents had, 4th grade, my parents had one of those giant camcorders that you like wore on your shoulder and did the big VHS tapes, and I loved that thing. That thing was my Sistine Chapels, the place where I could put my creativity. And in 4th grade, my creativity was really hyper-focused in claymation. This channel could have been so much different had things gone a little bit better for me in 4th grade. My first big creative work was a piece called Gumby the Kid. It was a Western. Like most 4th graders, I was super into animation. I think at that point in time, The Lion King was my favorite movie. I saw it like 14 times in the theater. I was also a big fan of Gumby. Real big fan of Gumby.
I wish you never got interested in making clay statues. You don't go out and play and have adventures anymore, Gumby.
Being a sculptor is fun. It's full of surprises.
Fun? Surprises? You can have it. Looks more like work to me.
I used to go to Blockbuster and rent Gumbys. My poor parents. They spent so much money on late Gumby returns. So I was really into the idea that like anybody could take a camera and some clay and create animation, a little cartoon world. You could do anything you wanted to do. You know, take, for example, Gumby, put him in the Wild West with a cowboy hat on, and pit him against a comet.
Just get out of here before I have to shoot you.
Well, that was the theme of Gumby the Kid. And I definitely made that movie. And man, I wish I could find Gumby the Kid out there somewhere. It would be just incredible to see that. That's something. Yeah, Gumby the Kid. It all started with Gumby the Kid, and it kind of grew from there. Gumby the Kid was a one-hit wonder. I did a project in school. I showed Gumby the Kid. Kids laughed. But I learned really quick, claymation, well, high production time.
Did you pause it? No, hang on.
Takes forever to make like 13 seconds of video.
Oh my God. That's the whole thing.
I kind of got out of the claymation world, and then for a little while I did just live action comedy. From about 5th grade to 7th grade, I did Sunday Night Live. That was a big hit with my cousins and me. And of course, the Austin Leno Show. That too was a success in my 6th grade cluster. And then for a little while, I hung up the big VHS video camera. It was limited in what it could do, and my imagination was bigger than what it could handle. And so I got frustrated and I stopped making videos. It wasn't really until probably about maybe 9th grade. 9th grade. At this point in time, the world of home computers and computer processors had grown in leaps and bounds. You had Windows Movie Maker on every Windows machine. And video cameras were going digital. You could actually, film onto a card and put it onto your computer and edit it. And now, suddenly, I got back into making videos. And these videos were a little bit different. These videos were more just me and my buddies goofing off, mostly surf videos.
We're here in Chopper 4, and we're now going into the crevice. We're gonna go live with Chopper 4. There is the crevice.
And it was a way for me to capture some of our journeys and our travels, and we could watch the videos and just laugh. And those videos were fun to watch. But there was a huge difference between camcorders and visually what they could capture and what you saw in professional filmmakers, what professional filmmakers were making. Professional filmmakers, their videos look so much better, and camcorders back then just couldn't capture that kind of quality video. And so again, after a couple of years of playing around with video, I was limited by my equipment and what I could make, and I got kind of out of making videos again. I took a little break from making videos again. About that time, now at this point I'm a senior in high school, me and Accountant Mike were forming an acoustic duo by the name Not Quite Bobby. That was our name. And we were writing songs, and all these great songs we were writing, we wanted to be able to capture so we could share with the world our incredible music and maybe make a living from our tunes. And so to capture this amazing music that the world needed to hear, I needed some better equipment. And so I started looking into getting music recording equipment, and I built a computer, and I got microphones and everything you needed to capture really good quality audio. And for years I did that. I recorded music. Me and Accountant Mike actually have 2 albums. I think you can buy one of them if you click there. I'll see if it's still up and available for sale on our website.
We don't have pen or paper to write this down, so we put it in a song. And then my forefathers told your forefathers where to shove it. They didn't quite get along. Now I'll head down this open road. I know the way back, but I think I'll stick around this time. Maybe I'll be found this time.
So now we fast forward to me and Kay starting our little farm in Connecticut. And me and Mike are still an acoustic duo. We still played music together and had all this recording equipment. And I'm starting this small scale farm thing, and I started doing classes of how to butcher chickens on your farm and trying to sell meat. And I wanted to market my business, so I looked into some podcasts about growing your business and how to market in the new day and age. And I learned about podcasting as a huge effective medium and video as a huge effective medium for spreading your message. So I had this farm, and I figured, you know what, I want to sell product and tickets to my on-farm classes. I don't have enough time to make YouTube videos or video. I don't have any of the equipment, but I could make podcasts. I have all the equipment for that, and I could do that. So I started Homesteady, the podcast. And really, that was a way to let the world know about what we were doing on our homestead, share our story.
What would you do if you woke up tomorrow and the lights didn't turn on? Now, I don't mean just a power outage. I don't mean that your bulbs died. I mean you flicked the switch in every room in your house and nothing worked. You grab your cell phone to see what's up. It won't turn on. You go outside to get in your car to drive downtown to see what's going on here, and it won't start for you. What if the entire world as we know it changed tomorrow? How would you fare? Would you be prepared to be on your own? The world that we live in is a crazy place, but you and me, we can each make it a little better. We can live a more sustainable life. We can become more self-sufficient. We can get more connected with the planet around us. And we can do all of this together. So everybody, cozy up. It's time for another episode of Homesteady.
You know, that was like the technical reason for starting it, but really I just wanted to create something cool. And right from day one with the Homesteady podcast, I've always been trying to make cool things and push what I could make from my own home. From Gumby the Kid to the Ostalano Show to Homesteady, I wanted it to be as good as I could make it. And for the first time ever, I was not hampered by my equipment. I could, hampered, is that the right word? I wasn't limited, right. For the first time ever, I could make a podcast that people in the reviews were calling it NPR quality show. And I loved that. I was like, finally, I can make something, what I hear on the radio, it's as good as that. And it grew because of that. The podcast stood out and it did pretty well. And then my buddy Smurf showed up. I'm gonna tell you about how a Smurf changed everything for Homesteady here in a minute, but first I have to put this tarp. I gotta tarp this motor and do the Homesteady Camel Train shout out. It's time to do the Camel Train shout out. There's like 3 of these left. Today's shout out goes to Holly.
Holly's excited to join the camel train.
Holly found Homesteady about the time she was gonna have her first kid. And like kids do, their life changed.
She always loved taking care of animals.
And Holly wanted to support her family with that passion. And she also wanted to be able to homeschool her kids like we do. And she wanted all that to intersect. And Homesteady showed her that that was possible.
It's very possible. She says, thank you for the ideas and inspiration.
Holly and her husband are in a little apartment right now, but they have big dreams that they're beginning. They're on their way. She says, thank you for inspiring and teaching them. So you're so welcome, Holly, for this. That's kind of cool because that's what we're talking about, this channel in this video, why we started the video. That's why. We're going to get to that in a second, so that's why. And she says, give the camels a pat for us. So will you go give Solomon and Millie a pat for her?
Sure.
All right, off you go.
No, she's not.
Sally will take a pat for sure.
We got Solomon.
All right. At this point, the Homesteady podcast was doing really good. And I saw other homesteaders doing the YouTube thing and videos, and I thought I would enjoy doing that. I always liked making videos, but I really didn't know where to start. And then my buddy Smurf showed up. Long story short, the reason we call him Smurf is because he's really good at trolling when you fish. He catches a lot of fish trolling. Smurf? I don't know. It's the closest thing I could figure to call him. That wasn't troll. Nobody wants to be called troll. Anyway, Smurf made incredible videos. You've seen a few of them from our fishing expeditions. He filmed our first fishing expedition, and I was like, man, I love that. It reawoke that passion I had for filmmaking, for making videos. And seeing the gear he had, and he showed me like, here's what I'm using, I realized finally, after years and years of waiting, filmmaking equipment had gotten so good that you could produce professional quality films from home without spending $20,000. Launched the Homesteady YouTube channel. Why did I start a YouTube channel? Technically, it was to grow the Homesteady audience so I could sell more tickets to butcher classes. But by this point, I wasn't even doing any butcher classes. I was really just seeing how Homesteady was growing and inspiring people. And the biggest thing was, it was growing this audience. And my whole life, I have been putting on shows, from Gumby the Kid to the Os Leno Show, Not Quite Bobby. I have been trying to produce shows since I was in 4th grade to captivate an audience. And for the first time ever, it was gaining traction. I had a group of people who were waiting for the next thing I could make. I've always been a creative person in the, creative. I think everybody's a creative person, but like, I've always been really, really creative. I've had a drive to make things. I love putting together a show and then hearing people laugh and making people cry and getting that applause at the end. I like moving and motivating people. If you've ever been into the MBTI personalities, I am an ENFP. If you read like one paragraph describing an ENFP, you will see that is me 100%. And one of the things that we're really good at is being like a motivating force and an evangelist, telling everybody about the cool thing that they know about and wanting everybody to do it, and using different mediums like writing or video or audio, radio, to motivate people to do that. And finally, I felt like, you know what, when it came to my business and what I wanted to spend time doing professionally, it was inspiring and educating and entertaining people like I've always wanted to do with a show. And now I had it. I had this audience that kept coming back for more, thanks to the fact that I could actually produce something from home that was a little better quality than Gumby the Kid, but also was something that people were passionate about and I was passionate about. And so the Homesteady YouTube channel kind of grew from the podcast and my love of making video. And it did not start because I wanted to make money on YouTube. I didn't even know you could make money from YouTube until I was about 1.5 years in. I learned about the monetization program. I didn't turn on monetization for like 2 years. And the first month I turned it on, I had already gotten to the point where I was making money and I didn't even know it. And I got a check for $900 and I was like, holy crap, I can make money from this? I've been doing this for a couple of years. I didn't know you could make money from this. And that's where I really started saying, you know what? I could actually do Homesteady full time. I could do this show full time. And here we are today. at the end almost of the Homesteady Camel Train, doing another 100-day challenge, making so many videos that I'm actually tired of making videos. One of my biggest life's passion I'm actually getting tired of, which is why I will not make a daily video going forward after the Camel Train is done. Because I like actually enjoying my creative work, not like pumping it out like sausage out of a grinder. And now let me just clarify here. I don't think the Camel Train has been pumping out creative content out of a grinder like sausage. I actually have been really proud with the Camel Train. I feel like every single video, even the ones I was like challenged to make, I got no more videos. I can't make a video today. I got no more videos. What? Here's my video for today. I pushed myself to do something different, to have a different message, to find a different angle. I don't think I phoned it in during the Camel Train. But if I did this every single day for 365 days a year, that's where the sausage making, the grinding comes in. Hi, Mel. And I wouldn't want to do that to these nice animals. They need to have nice videos about them. And that's why we're not going to do a daily video after we're done with the Camel Train. We're going to go back to less videos. And I'm not sure what that is yet. I'm not sure what our new schedule is going to be. And at the end of this Ask Homesteady, I want to give a little bit of a warning to all of you budding YouTuber, podcaster, whatever's out there. Let me bring you in close because this is an intimate conversation. Just you, me, and the camel. Any of you out there who are like, you know what? I like what Ost is doing and I want to do it too. Here's my warning. YouTube is a really awful way to make a living. I love making videos, and that is why I started making videos in the first place, Gumby the Kid, and that's why I started the Homesteady YouTube channel. I just love filming things and telling stories and moving people. It's something that I've always enjoyed from 4th grade on. If you love making videos, if you love telling stories, if you love motivating, moving, educating, any of those things, that's why you should start your own YouTube channel or podcast or blog or vlog or whatever creative art you like to do. That's why you should do it, not to make a living from it. YouTube is a grind, and if you are not a business savvy person, you will very unlikely make a living doing this. The money I make from YouTube is so not enough to live. If I didn't have the Pioneer program, an Amazon affiliate program running, partnerships with other businesses and different endeavors that I do like that, I could not do this full time. I know, Mel, that stinks, doesn't it? YouTube pays you pennies to the dollar of what you're doing. I know, it bugs me too. But the facts are, YouTube does not pay much for the hours spent to grow. And unless your channel explodes, and I mean much bigger than my channel. My channel has 130,000 subscribers. We get about 5,000 views every month. And I don't make minimum wage from YouTube. So don't start a YouTube channel to make a living. Start a YouTube channel because you love making videos, you love doing creative work, you love sharing your story, you love capturing that and telling that and motivating and educating and helping and whatever else. Those are the reasons to start a YouTube channel. If you already have a business, you can use that YouTube channel to grow your business. And that's what I have done. That's how I've been able to make this work. Our already existing business changed. We went from teaching how to butcher in person to, what if I taught how to butcher online? I could sell that digitally. Well, why just teach how to butcher? Why not teach all kinds of things? I don't know all kinds of things, but I could find people who knew all kinds of things. The Pioneer program was created. I interview actual experts in all kinds of different areas. Every single week, a new person gets interviewed.
The pastured poultry business where we had a pastured chicken and herb CSA with your chicken.
So in order to have meat birds at the beginning of the farmer's market season, you gotta start in February. It's
a subcompact tractor looks like a monster. and so they've got 30 acres, they buy a subcompact tractor and a 4-foot brush hog.
So I made the soap with the help of my mom and my sister. and I gave it away as gifts to my friends, family, teachers, like anybody who wanted soap, I gave it to them.
So as long as we're doing that, then we don't need to worry again until lactation hits. So that's when that cow is under the most amount of nutritional stress. It's not during that last trimester when they're growing that baby inside.
But listen, an abattoir or a cut space is certainly going to have a cut sheet of how they want it done. The flexibility that knowing it about gives you all those opportunities.
10 years in, you were close to bankruptcy. What about that style of farming brought you to that brink?
I was focused on, that's a great question, Austin.
You can join me for those conversations. If you become a Homesteady Pioneer, click there. You can join us live every Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the interviews. Ask questions of the guest. And then if you miss the live show, you get to watch all the interviews, full-length, unedited, streaming interviews in the Pioneer Library. You can download the podcast audio with one click. You can get all the episodes from each year. I built that program because I knew that way I could actually make this work, and it's been incredible. We have hundreds and hundreds of Homesteady Pioneers. I'm so grateful to you all because you have enabled me to do what I've always loved, which is make videos that make people feel happy, sad, scared, mad, entertained, educated, the whole gamut. I can make these videos. I love doing it. You Homesteady Pioneers and YouTube audience, even if you're not a pioneer, you YouTube audience who's come back and rewatch, people who use our Amazon affiliate links. I don't talk about that as much, but if you type in amsteady.com, it forwards you on to Amazon. That helps our channel when you shop through that link. Any of you who've shared the channel, left a review on iTunes back when we were a podcast, whatever way you've supported it, you've allowed me to do what I love, which is create just stories. I remember being a little kid and listening to my dad tell stories and the way he would capture people and get people laughing and paying attention and just think, I want to be able to do that. I want to be a good storyteller. And trying for years to figure out what is a good storyteller. How do you become a good storyteller? And that's what I kind of boil it down to. The maple syrup at the end of the boil, I love storytelling. I love seeing people's faces in front of a campfire light up at the punchline. And that's why I have a YouTube channel. That's why I do this. Thank you so much for your support through this camel train. All of you who are pioneers, all of you who have been watching, commenting, all the support. As we come to the conclusion of this camel train, we have a couple special videos left for you. I just feel incredibly happy that the journey that started back in 4th grade with Gumby the Kid has culminated in this. And I know all of you watching, you could do it too. And that's one of the biggest things we try to show on this channel is how to change your life. It takes time, it takes work, it takes effort, but you can have the life you want to. And I guess we're gonna wrap it up there. If you like Ask Homesteady, let me know in the comments below, and we'll keep doing it if y'all want it. I'm not sure how much, I'm not sure when or how, but we'll keep doing it because I like producing content that my audience likes. That's my thing.
Repeat, we need night vision. We need night vision. Night vision.
What? It's daytime, dude. Hey, let me hollow it out so I can see.
There it is, I got night vision.
There it is. Wait.
You're going in.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah.
We're going in. This is sucky. Never mind. I got better things to do, like videotape these guys